Hey everyone, so thank you guys for jumping on. I'm really excited to see you guys on here tonight, and I'm really excited to introduce our speaker for tonight. She's actually on our team, and I've become really close friends with her. I did not know her before Plexus, so that's another huge blessing that this company has brought to me is the friendships, the relationships, and I've been able to be a part of her journey and watch her for however many months and years, get to her gold promotion, which is a really huge deal. It's top 2% of the company. And it's just been awesome to see her go from struggles to, now, just exploding her business. So I'm going to hand it over to Shelby and let her share her journey and some awesome things that has helped her. So go ahead.
Hello, I'm Shelby, and most of you guys know me. I am a gold ambassador. That still sounds really weird and surreal to say to this day. It really is. It took me 14 months to the day to achieve the gold promotion from my silver promotion. And that probably took more blood, sweat, and tears than anything has ever taken me in my entire life. I'm not going to sugarcoat it. It was probably the most difficult, but one of the most rewarding things you could ever do to yourself and for others. Watching the amount of lives that have changed just because I decided to say yes is probably the most inspiring and the one thing that keeps you going in this company. You can ask Kara. There's been many times that I was like, I am done. I throw my hands down. Bryson's in now. And I probably threw my hands up and decided to quit probably a million times in the last 14 months. And I know there's a couple of you that can vouch for me on that. And all I can say is I'm so thankful I haven't and I won't. And I have drawn my line in the sand, and I have decided to hop over that because there is nothing in this world more fulfilling than what you can achieve with Plexus. Whether it was you go silver your first month just because you want to get your products paid for and because you're really cheap and want the cheapest pricing, because that was me. I will kind of give you a little history because Kara's going to laugh. I started off as a customer, as a preferred customer, 24 months ago. So I'm coming up on my 2 years come May. And when I decided to sign up as a preferred customer, I was so against it. I was like, okay, fine, I'll secretly try it, but I'm not talking about it. I'm not telling anybody. I'm going to hide it from Sean. I'm not telling, Kara, you can't tell anybody I'm doing this because I've tried everything in the world and nothing has ever worked, right? Sounds like a bunch of us. And I started as a preferred customer, and I was on it for about 3 months. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm good. I don't need this anymore. I feel great. Plexus, schmexus, see ya, I'm done. Thanks for the 10 pounds gone. Feel great. Got my goal, Oh my gosh, y'all. Have you ever quit and put it down and just cried for it? Because I cried for it for 3 months. I decided that I didn't need it, and I literally called Kara, I need my pink drink back, to the point where I finally maxed my credit card out, and I couldn't even afford the whole triplex. I signed as an ambassador for the $34.95, and I still had a bottle of ProBio 5 and BioCleanse here from being a preferred customer that I didn't even buy for myself, okay? And all I could afford was a $34.95 and the bag of Slim. That, you get that? Thank you. That was probably when my life changed, was November 1st of 2015. I'm about to say 16, but it was definitely 2015 when I started. And to this day, long story short, y'all know what the triplex does. And if you do consistent on it, you will achieve your goals and feel the ultimate that every single day you feel something different. And I am so far down 66 pounds pre-pregnancy. During pregnancy, I have only gained 3, and I will be 20 weeks tomorrow. And so the first thing I want to go over is going silver. I went silver my first month. So November, I went silver by December 1st. And that's because I only wanted my products paid for. I maxed my credit card out for it. I needed to pay that balance off. And I needed to get my products paid for the next month. So I kind of had this business plan thing going on. Y'all, my first paycheck, I was able to pay my car payment, my credit card payment, my electric bill, and buy my products. Like, and all I was saying was telling people how much this has helped me and how much better I felt and how much better I know that they would feel. To this day, my entire family is on Plexus. Like, they're soul believers too. And I mean, that's kind of like the history of it. But going gold from silver was definitely the most challenging thing of my life. Like I said, I have cried, I've thrown my hands up, and I kind of have a couple bullet points here on what kind of helped me get there. And a lot of prayers. God becomes your best friend. And you guys have talks that no one really knows about at those points, because there are definite struggles, and we all go through them. We all go through our own struggles, and none of us know what is truly going on the inside. And when you can turn to something like after my car accident last year, February 2016, that took me out of the cosmetology business for a while, I kind of got into like a dark place on the inside, and not many people knew about that. And I was kind of losing my mind. I didn't have that social atmosphere. I didn't have this, but I wasn't really working my business either because I didn't know how. I have to tell you, Plexus saved me. It did. It not only helped me create the relationships with people and learn how to lean on people, but it also was able to pay every single one of my bills. From the day of the accident to this day, and I have extra left over now. Like, it's insane. I don't know how I did it. You do. You learn how to do it because you start here and you go, okay, well, this isn't really working for me. So let me try this method. But this part of this worked for me, so let me take this little segment out and put it in this new routine. And you start to figure things out. One of the biggest things that I've learned in these last 14 months of actively working my business was building relationships with people. It does not matter whether they are a wholesale ambassador, whether they are a business runner, whether they are a preferred or a retail customer. You need to build those relationships. And people don't like to be bombarded by every other day. Once a week, hey, how you doing? Even if they don't respond, they saw it. And they know that you are reaching out to them. So that way when you reach out again, maybe the next week, or like if you're like me, I'm like, okay, they didn't respond last week, so I'm just going to kind of skip a week. You want to do it. Don't tell yourself to skip a week. Reach out to them and see how they're doing, because it shows them that you care, whether they are ready to respond to you or not. And when they are, they will. So you'll lose people along the way. We all do. And you'll gain a lot of friendships and stuff along the way as well. But the people that you have lost will always start watching you again. They won't stop. They want to see you quit. They want to see you throw your hands up and give up. They want to see you walk out the door. Oh, yeah, see, I knew she'd give up that Plexus gig. That was like, I can't let people see me fail. You know, Karen and I have had lots of conversations about that, as I'm sure a lot of you guys have had with her as well, because she's just amazing and so motivating and inspirational. But it is, creating relationships is huge with everybody that is under you, whether they're a customer or a wholesale ambassador. And they will come back and reach out to you, but following up is the key. I mean, people say it all the time, follow up, key is in the follow-up, gold is in the follow-up, you know. And some of us, like, I know in the beginning, I definitely took that for granted, and I threw that out the window, and I didn't really follow up. I will kind of get a little personal. I was at 2,000 PV, and I fell to just my triplex PV because I wasn't creating those relationships. And that hit me hard. That was like a smack in the back and took me down, because I'm sure y'all can imagine that paycheck difference. And it's true. It's one of the easiest things that you will ever do in your entire life, but it's also one of the hardest to get yourself into a new routine. But if you can start digging and get yourself into that routine and start to help everyone that is under you, whether it's just a, hey, how you doing today? And not even, I don't know what just happened. Y'all like disappeared on me. There you are. And if y'all just keep on digging and keep getting past those fears and step out of that comfort zone, because we all know it's a beautiful thing, but nothing can grow there. You have to step out. You have to go talk to people. You have to saturate your warm market. And I don't care what you guys say, how saturated your market is. It's not. I had someone that I thought has been following me for the last 2 years say, "What is plexus?" the other day. And I was like, "Are you kidding?" what, what do you mean? You haven't watched me? And then, you guys want to laugh? I had someone tell me the other day, or I heard through the grapevine, because, this town is really, really small. Well, that baby of Shelby's is just going to come out with like 4 arms and 4 different legs because of that plexus stuff she's taking. Really? That probably was the best laugh I have had in a long, long time. Little do they know, this is probably the healthiest pregnancy you can have. You're putting every single mineral and vitamin in your body that you can, and that baby is just sucking everything up and getting nice and fat. Even the doctors are looking at the ultrasounds like, well, you're definitely measuring ahead of time. Well, I wonder. And you don't get the sugar. You're not getting the sugar. You're not getting the caffeine. You're not getting all that. And people don't understand that we are not just weight loss. We are complete balance from head to toe and putting everything back in us. And I think that's one of the main things that I've learned how to stress over the last 2 years is, even though we have to say weight loss per FDA, you also want to stretch that the weight loss comes once your body is balanced and you start to get healthy. Because some people will put on a pound or 2 when they're detoxing. You always want to take pictures. You always want to measure inches. You always want to keep talking to them, because a lot of people give up when I know I have a couple people that were like, okay, so I've been on this for 3 weeks and I haven't lost a pound. It's not working. And then I said, did you take a before and after picture in the last 3 weeks to compare what you look like? Well, no. You took a before picture, right? Yeah. Okay, so go take another one and put them next to each other and then tell me that you don't see a difference. And 9 times out of 10, there is a huge difference. We have someone on our team that just did one after, I think it was 2 weeks. Was it 2 weeks, Trudy? Yeah. The difference was incredible. I mean, the inflammation, the redness, you can just tell the pain and how like uplifting people look. I don't know if you guys know what I'm talking about by like uplifted people look, but you can just see like the stress is starting to come off their shoulders because they're starting to feel so much better. And when you see that, even from someone that you don't know, that gives you those seeds to plant and to continue to grow into water, because you want to help as many people as you can. I mean, we aren't in this business to hurt people, right? Every single one of us on this call tonight has a caring, genuine, loving heart that wants to help everybody that you talk to. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here. So keep that in mind. You're not helping yourself. You're helping everyone else. And just because you get a couple no's, that means not right now. I mean, that means not right now, not no forever. Because they will watch you and they will come back around. We personally have had team-wide, I've seen probably about 10 people come back in the last year who have been kind of in and out, but they're in it for the win at this time. Like, whether they're wholesale, whether they're business, they are hitting the ground running because they've seen us all stick our feet in the ground and never give up. And they see the changes that can happen when you do start and you do really plow down and you go, And I heard this from a Jewel one time, but if someone told you there were 6 bars of gold in your backyard, would you still stop digging until you found all of them? I wouldn't. Would you? I mean, honestly, would you? No. And on average, it takes, about 4 years to make an income that you would have to be in a company for 55 years. Like, that's insane. Plexus saved my nerves in my back after the car accident. I had some nerve damage. I'm really thankful for Nerve and Ease because they have regrown and redeveloped all of my pinched nerves and almost severed nerves, as they called it, in my shoulder. And I'd go numb in my left hand constantly. I haven't had a numb feeling in 8 months, I think it's been now. I have been taking nerve throughout the pregnancy as well, not nearly a high dose, a low dosage, because I have been on the high dose before, and my sciatica is starting to calm down as well. It's really been life-changing in more ways than one, but if I can tell you guys anything, I'm not stopping, and neither should you, because this is one of the most rewarding things that you could ever do for yourself and for your family. Because I know a lot of us on here tonight have a lot of younger kids. Our children need us, and they need us healthy, and they want our attention. And if we can all work to where we don't have to go to traditional work and we can be home for our kids, think of the smiles you're going to put on your faces when you're the chaperone on that field trip, because you can go on a drop of a hat. When you can be the volunteer sitting in the library cutting out heart-shaped things for Valentine's Day and bunny ears on little hats for the kids, the smiles and the appreciation that comes from them, from you being there, makes your entire world spin. So that's all I really have today from my little roadmap to gold there.
That's awesome. I loved it. It was so good. I mean, you really did cover a lot of the basics, like just going, like I always say, going back to the basics, because a lot of us, it's easy for us to overcomplicate things and make it more difficult to grow our businesses and help others than what it really, really is. You know, like you said, it's about others. It's not about us. So I really like that you said that, Shelby. And then, you know, just knowing what you're doing this for, as far as like your helping others, and you know, that's the focus. And then also for your life, for your family, you know, what is your why? Like, do you want to have that time freedom? Do you and if you want time freedom, what is that time freedom for? You know, you got to nail it down to, well, it'd be nice to have a 6-figure income for time or for financial freedom. Well, why? What would you use that money for? What is that deep rooted why? Would that pay off debt? Would that you know, relieve your significant other from working long hours and having that time separation from each other? You know, what would that relieve? So you have to really pinpoint, you know, what your why is. And then, you know, if it is time freedom, pinpoint why that time would be so precious to you, because that's what's really going to drive you. Like Shelby said, she had many times that she felt like quitting and giving up. And she would always get so close to her goal for gold promotion and then just miss it by 5 points, right, Shelby? But you know, it's not about like, even though we have these goals, which it's good to have goals. I set goals for myself, but you know what? If I don't make it, I'm not discouraged, because then I look at everybody on this call tonight. If I wouldn't have shared, if Shelby wouldn't have shared, if Trudy wouldn't have shared, none of us would be here tonight together. So I really always refocus myself when I get discouraged, because I get discouraged. I've had moments where I'm just like, I don't know if I can do this. So I love that you said that, Shelby, because so many people don't talk about the hard times. So many people don't talk about the struggles, because the struggle's real. I mean, there's a hashtag, the struggle's real, and it wasn't made for you, just no reason. It's true. Everybody has struggles. So as long as you have that why, you have your focus on others, paying it forward, take yourself out of the equation, there's no stopping you. I mean, you're going to the top, and we are ground floor. Guys, we are going to have the biggest reveal party, whatever Plexa has planned. There are people missing their best friends' weddings to fly to Dallas for this. This is how huge it is. They're not telling anybody. Nobody knows. So we are just in the beginning of this company. We are going to be the foundation of this company. And I've been talking to a few people that are higher up, and they're saying some of the huge things that are going to be happening this year are going to launch this company even bigger and faster than you've ever seen before. So I'm excited to see what that is. But everybody that's on this call tonight, I'm just so thankful for you guys. I'm thankful for your dedication, for your friendship, and my daughter's yelling through the door. And this is why I love working from home. I get to see my babies and see them do all these new things and drive me crazy sometimes, but that's good. But you know, I'm just thankful for you guys and for this opportunity and what these products are doing. I have been seeing, I don't know about you guys, but I have been seeing awesome life-changing testimonies and new ones come in. And that's all thanks to us sharing, and that's just awesome. So yeah, and Shelby mentioned something I wanted to encourage. Before and after pictures. Yes, I didn't. Hold on 1 second. I'm gonna mute myself. Hold on. All right, we're good. Sorry, mom life. Yeah, nooks and crannies of your day is how you work this business. Freedom, you know. So anyway, but before and afters, because I didn't lose much weight my first month, but the change in my physical appearance, my face, my body, it was amazing. Like like Shelby said, like just glowing. Like you have like this look on you. It's just glowing. So I want to encourage, if anyone's new or going to be watching this later, take those before and after pictures and make sure, I made a video for everyone, make sure you have a convenience order. Can everyone hear my kids? Okay. So yeah, that's all I wanted to say real quick before my kids interrupt anymore. But thank you so much, Shelby, for getting on tonight and talking. I love being a part of your journey and seeing it, and everybody else. I know there's quite a few people on here that are going to be gold soon, so I'm cheering you guys on. And everybody, there's a lot on here that are going to be silver soon, so I'm excited for you guys. Huge deal. Even if it's just to get your products paid for, whatever your goal is, I'm backing you. I'm there for you. We can go ahead and